Saba's story. Shahrazad and the King. In the distant past, there was a king named Shahryar, whose wife's life was very bad, and finally she left the king and left. The king decided to take a harsh revenge for his wife's bad behavior. On the pretext of marrying the girls of his country, he brought one of the girls of the city to the palace every night and killed her. This story took some time, and it had reached a point where many people either sent their daughters away or mutilated them. Anyway, the king only married beautiful and healthy girls. If someone refused to do this, would be executed as a traitor, and no one would dare to disobey. On the other hand, other people lost their patience and wanted to riot. Wazir Shahryar had two daughters named Shahrazad and Dunyazad, and he became extremely worried about this matter. He told this matter to his daughters and consulted with them. The eldest daughter of the minister, Shahrazad, loved stories and believed that stories save people's lives. Shahrazad always sat at the feet of storytellers, old men and old women of Ramal and magicians. A thought came to his mind. He consulted his father, who was the king's minister. At first, the minister objected, but in any case, because Shahrazad was very beautiful, sooner or later it would be her turn to marry the pasha. That night, Shahrazad tells Shahryar that she has a younger sister who tells her stories every night and that her sister falls asleep with her stories. He requests to bring his sister to the palace that night to tell her a story for the last time. Dunyazad comes and Shahrazad starts telling stories. When he reaches the climax of the story, he abandons it halfway, and Shahryar, who was enchanted by this story, gives him a deadline to hear the continuation of the story tomorrow night, so he postpones the killing of Shahrazad until later. And these stories continue every night. We'll find, after 1001 nights and hearing 1001 stories, the king decides not to destroy the other girls of his country. Each of these stories was a salve for the wounded soul of the king, and he learned many lessons from these stories. We want to see a story from the book 1001 Nights here every day from now on.